Dates can be a major issue with important data. That can be because your regional settings are not the same as the regional setting from whence the data came, or simply because they have used a format that Excel just doesn't recognize. And that's the situation we have here. While these dates are easily recognizable to us, Excel does not recognize this date format. And that can be a problem the moment you try and do any type of calculations or processing with these dates. One of the things the client wants to be able to do is to run some analytics on which month people are most likely to join. So they would like to get the month's name from that date. The way this would normally work, and I'll just quickly demonstrate, I'm going to click in here, in J1, type equals today, open brackets, close brackets, and press enter to get today's date. So that is a valid date format for my regional settings. And I would like to be able to extract the month from that date. But not just the number 10, I actually want the month name. One really useful function that you can use when you're trying to extract information and present it in a particular format is the text function. What the text function does is takes the value and presents it as text in a format of your choosing. We're going to type equals TE and tab, and I'm going to click on the value that I want to extract the text from. And I'm going to type a comma. The second argument required is what format you want that text in. Now I want to get the month name, and you may recall when working with dates we use a kind of code. 2 Ds is for the day, 3 Ds is the abbreviated name of the day, and 4 Ds is the full length name of the day, and we can use M for the month. In this case, I want the full length name of the month, so I'm going to type 4 Ms. Close my quotes, close my brackets, and enter. And there's the name of the month. And that worked really nicely. Let's try to apply that same function to our join date. I'm going to click on column G and insert to get a new column. And I'm going to type in join month in the heading and click enter. I'm then going to use my text function again, equals TE, tab, click on join date, comma, and our 4 Ms, close my brackets. However, when I press enter this time, I do not get what I was expecting. This is because Excel does not recognize this as a valid date. The next thing we're going to look at are some functions that can help us take what is really text and convert it to a date format. Let's come and have a look at this. Basically, what we have is a string of text. The function that will help us take text and convert it to a date that Excel recognizes is the date function. We're going to double click on a cell, and just after the equals, we're going to type DA for date and press tab. The date function requires 3 arguments, a year, a month, and a day. How are we going to get the year out of this little bit of text? Well, you can see that it is the first 4 characters, and that is consistent throughout. So what we're going to do, we're going to use our functions that we learned about in the Intermediate 1 course, left, right, and mid, to extract the piece of text that we need. And just before I do that, I'm just going to copy this because we're going to need that again. What I need to do, first of all, is get the year, which is the first 4 characters sitting in sheet 1F2. To get the first 4 characters, I use my left function. I'm going to type LE and tab. I'm then going to type a comma, and the number of characters I need off the left is 4. And then close my brackets. I'm then going to type another comma. The month is sitting in the middle of the text. To get this, I'm going to need my mid function. I'm going to type mid, open my brackets. Now I'm going to paste that text I copied earlier, which is sheet 1F2, and the mid requires 2 arguments, a starting point and a number of characters. Our starter point is actually the 6th character in, and then we need 2 characters returned. So there's our mid, and type a comma. And the last thing I need is my day, which is my 2 rightmost characters. For this, I'm going to use the right function. and I'm going to paste my sheet 1 F2 again. And I just need the 2 characters off the right. Close my brackets from my write function, close my brackets from my date function. What that is going to do is chop off the text into day, month, and year and reformat it as a recognized Excel date. Let's click enter. Not only has that corrected the date, but our month function is now working. I'm going to copy it down. That has corrected all my dates. And I can copy down my join month, and that has been repaired as well. So just to summarize then, a very useful function for taking text and converting it to a proper recognized date is the date function. And we often use that in conjunction with left, right, and mid. And another little function we looked at, which does the opposite, actually takes the date and extracts some text which we want from it, and that is the text function. In the next video, we'll look at another potential issue, which is how we get rid of unwanted spaces.